Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So in just about 120 seconds, we will take care of you with the first keyword of the day for the Offspring pop-up with Q101 at the Metro. This is going to be epic. It's a week from Thursday. It's already coming up. And we'll give you that keyword very, very soon. Seconds away. But first, we started talking about the pouring one out for the Waffle House CEO. Maybe you've been the one in the South if you ever went on road trips. And we're talking about places around Chicago. I mentioned the diner that I go to in my hood, at the Diner Grill. And someone I know has been checked in there. They have this thing called the Slinger. It's this. The Slinger at dinner is the best, she said. They give you a certificate that says, I got the Slingeria when you finish. They give you a certificate when you finish it.
What is the Slinger?
So the Slinger.
What happens there?
What happens?
I want all of the information.
I want to get the exact definition of what it is.
Me too.
By the way, they also have something there called the Dick Burger.
All right, get to that definition.
Second.
After.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have two questions here. It's
Okay,
a two-parter.
You want the Slinger or the Dick?
So the Slinger is 2 hamburger patties. This is all on a plate, by the way. So 2 hamburger patties,
Yeah.
2 sunny side up eggs,
Okay.
cheese, hash browns, onions, covered with chili.
Oh my God.
And then it's served with a side of toast, so you can use that as kind of a
Well,
scooper.
thank God. I thought, wow, this is really missing a carb.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Came in.
A lot of protein there. A lot of protein. It's so good, but you really have to plan that you're going home right after. Because you're just going to sit and lay.
Well, I can't go to the club. I'm not going to Tao after I have the Slinger.
I don't know. I can see you getting out there and dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
I can see you doing that. By the way, do you want to know what the Dick Burger is?
Yes, I would like to know what the Dick Burger is.
So it's a burger patty, grilled onions, 2 bacon strips, a fried egg, and hash browns. It's named for Richard Richardson, or Double Dick. He's the general manager. And
Could you imagine if you named Double Dick? That's unbelievable. Oh.
All right, Case, do you have a late night place? You were answering phones there for a second, but a place in Chicago that's like that 24-hour late night awesome place.
Do you know the Golden Apple in Lincoln Park? It's right across the street from a Catholic church and a Scientology building.
Yeah.
So it attracts all comers. And it's great.
Well, I go to both those things first, and then I head over there.
You get right with both of your lords, and then you go and get some food from Golden Apple.
It's like the Holy Trinity in your mind. I got it.
Yeah.
But it's great because it's like, well, I either am going to get an omelet or a pork chop dinner. The menu's so big, it's like reading a Harry Potter book, and you never have any idea what you're going to land on because you go in there thinking, oh, I'll get some pancakes or whatever, and then you get like a steak quesadilla because that entices you on the menu as well.
I love a place with so many, and like, I'm sure they're not all being done to perfection. I don't even care. I want every choice ever. It excites me. What do you have back there?
You know what's funny, too, is that's what I love about Chicago, because especially the Greek diners, they have like 18 pages on the menu. And then you get to baklava at the end. Like you're sitting there like chocolate cake and then baklava.
Hell yeah.
But if you watch Bar Rescue like I do, you're addicted to it. He always says having a big menu is the wrong way to go. You should have an elite one-page menu so you sell a lot of the stuff you want and it's good. But I go, that's the only time I disagree with him.
I know.
Give me that menu. I got to like peruse for a while.
That's when you read.
That's my reading.
Baby. I
Do you have a
get
Kindle
comfortable.
version of this?
I want to be flipping pages. When I go in and I see like 3 entrees, I'm like, kick rocks. That makes me so mad. What is this, a wedding?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Yeah. I love it when the waitress comes up. You guys, you ready? No. I got to check out your page 9.
Yeah, I haven't flipped yet. This is unbelievable. It's double-sided?
Oh. Another place that's right across the street from where you're talking about, Case, is Sam and George's in Lincoln Park.
That is a tasty restaurant.
S&G restaurant. They have the best skillets. They have this thing called I think it's the Godfather skillet. Oh, it's like a deep dish pizza in an egg skillet. Oh, it's so good.
You know what haunts me to this day, and I wonder if anybody will have the name of it, is I went somewhere and it was kind of fancy. It's 24 hours. It has one name, so it's not like blank and blank. It's not like Mr. This or anything like that. It was kind of fancy, but it's 24 hours and in Chicago. I attended twice. I was wasted both times, and I cannot remember the name of it. But you had like a nice dressed up way. It was like a bougie 24-hour spot. Everyone in there is drunk.
Yeah.
But I got this Cajun pasta that was out of this world.
Cajun pasta?
I can't find the place, and it drives me nuts.
I think the restaurant you're thinking of is Popeyes.
No, it's not. And hope for 0.4 seconds, you son of a bitch.
However, you did say
no
you
one
were.
believes that I was there. I was like, Hotel California. I can't find it.
You did say you were drunk.
I was.
You might end up at a Popeyes. You didn't know it.
And they just told you it was a nice restaurant.
It was like the waiter, like it was a full, like it was like a fancy waiter. It wasn't like how I looked at Famous Days, and I can't find it.
Oh, now Pierce and Aurora checked in, and they said this might be a pour one out situation. In downtown Naperville, there used to be a hot dog cart outside of the parking garage, open from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Oh, that's the life.
Those are great hours.
Amazing.
And it was Fridays and Saturdays only, but pour one out, he says, because I don't think it's there anymore. He used to go there. That's too bad. Places like that, the little guy getting pushed out, by...
Little wiener wagon.
Yeah.
Messed up.
That is messed up. Well, keep sending them in at 312-591-8300. But, boy, let's get to Offspring. Let's do it.
You can do it! Now is your chance to win passes to the Q101 pop-up with The Offspring at the Metro in Chicago. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
Well, here we go. It is the Q101 pop-up with The Offspring. Come out and play at the Metro Thursday, September 19th. The only way in is to win right now. And you'll have a chance at noon, 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. as well. But right now, the key word is habit. H-A-B as in boy, I-T. Habit. To 312-591-8300. Text HABIT in right now for your chance at a couple tickets. Sponsored by Wintrust Community Bank, our great partners and friends on a lot of these music-free things. And, of course, from Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Text HABIT right now to 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, again, that Marianne Hammond checking in about that Weezer show on Friday night. Boy, again, did I have FOMO once I saw Case posting stuff about it at the Allstate Arena. And Case, was that your first concert you ever saw at the Allstate?
It was the first concert that I had watched. I had worked some shows for Q101 there. Like, I worked a Lumineers show there a few years ago, but I didn't have a ticket, so I wasn't allowed to watch the show.
So you had to sit out front with, like, the entry box for more stuff outside in the parking lot?
I was listening from the merch table. I was like, oh, man, Gloria sounds really good tonight. It's a shame I can't see this.
So it was better inside Friday night watching Weezer.
I must say it was better inside. It was also sweet, just brief aside, I took my friend who drives a Volkswagen Passat.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the parking lot at Allstate was sponsored by Volkswagen. So we go to pay for parking, and I've got $25 in my hand. And the parking attendant was like, asking me about Volkswagen parking. And we were kind of running late, so I wasn't in the mood. I thought he was basically telling me to, like, pull his finger. I was like, well, what do you want me to do? He's like, ask me about Volkswagen parking. I said, okay, what's the deal with Volkswagen parking? He goes, they park free tonight. And he wasn't kidding. The parking lot is sponsored by Volkswagen. So if you drive one, you get free parking at Allstate.
Wow.
It was awesome.
That's a good deal.
And then Weezer played Dope Nose and the Blue Album in entirety. I have no complaints. It was a great night.
Dope Nose is my favorite Weezer song. I'm so bummed. Thanks for sending the video, though. I appreciate people say you don't film at shows. Thank God Case filmed it for me because I got to watch it at home on the couch watching the Eagles-Packers game from Brazil.
It was a really fun night. Dinosaur Jr., Flaming Lips, Weezer, just unbridled joy throughout the Allstate Arena.
Well, we're happy for all the people like Marianne Hammond who got free tickets from us when we gave those away. And we just talked about getting in the pop-up with the Metro at the Metro for The Offspring. We'll give you that keyword again when we come back here in 8 minutes. And also, very exclusive here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We talked to Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park about the band getting back together and the reunion with the new singer, everything about it, coming up here next.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So about 6 minutes left. That's your last chance to get the word habit. Text that to 312-591-8300. Kenzie, feeling your pain. For the people out there that think habit is spelled with 2 B's.
I was in here going, I could see that. I may write 2 B's.
Yeah.
Habit.
And
I got to have a bit to typing it like that.
I got a bad habit. Make sure it's spelled right. You won't get entered otherwise. H-A-B-I-T. 1 B in the middle. From the song Bad Habit from The Offspring. And that'll get your way into the Metro. If you've already entered, don't do it again. It won't count, multiple times, and give everybody a chance. And it's not a race, but it is kind of, because you only got about 5 minutes left for that word to be active. So go ahead and do that. Some music and entertainment news. So the Oasis reunion's already over. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad yet. But
Scared me.
But Liam Gallagher is having a blast fighting with Oasis fans. which is better than him fighting with his brother. And then the two are not happening. But a lot of people are just, chiming right at him, and he certainly responds. He loves social media. In response to someone who was complaining about the price of the available tickets, he tweeted to somebody, "Oasis is back. You're welcome." But he says, "I hear their attitude stinks. Good to know some things never change." When someone accused the band of ripping off fans, he said, in all caps, "Shut up."
Oh, my God.
When someone asked if he had any spare tickets, he said, "Crap loads, but they're really expensive. 100,000 pounds, kneeling only." Kneeling seats only. In a separate message, he expressed disappointment that some fans got left out. He said, "I'm seriously gutted for people that can't get tickets. I can't even go there. It hurts my heart." So he actually does have some, they've sold out so fast that people in England didn't get tickets. So he's just having fun messing with people, and that's what he should do because everybody wants to talk about them and their attitude, so why not just play full in? He's going full in. He's going all in on it. Now, I do know, as I said, there's no Chicago date yet, but if you look on the wonderful internet and go in a little wormhole, there is a Chicago Soldier Field date in August that's completely unofficial. But we'll announce it officially when it happens.
I'm not co-signing anything. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm co-signing that it's probably real because it seems like the internet knows everything first.
Is that right?
The internet.
How about you go on ChatGPT and see if it says that they're coming here?
All right. Is Oasis coming to Chicago? Thank you for talking about Oasis today. Like it's going to be
funny is that I was working on Kenzie's Crimes last night, and I was like, I wonder if this thing could write it for me, because we were really tired of writing all these. It didn't work. It didn't completely fact check everything. I'm like, oh, come on, that didn't happen.
All this
Damn
AI.
it. I was so excited for my life hack. I'm like, wait a minute. Nope.
One more thing we were promised to kick ass, and it doesn't.
I know.
AI.
I'm like, I still have to type all this.
It's just going to kill us later, that's all.
Hold on. I don't want it coming for our jobs. It's not a benefit to us at all.
They're not coming for our job.
It could have just helped out our job a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
I know.
Trust me, it's not working. Don't worry. It had all of the information wrong. It's like, that's not right. That's not right. They got it right about the story, and to just go with this.
And please don't save what I just said there, and then in a couple of years it'll be like,
Wait, has our job?
This didn't age well.
Because I could go back in time and pull your audio of you saying Mitch Trubisky was the Bears quarterback of the future, then Justin Fields.
That's true.
I don't need a chat GPT situation where you say it's not coming for our jobs and you're wrong again.
Listen, in the moment, with all the data that I had, like ChatGPT, I thought Mitch Trubisky was going to be really good.
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
All we can do is analyze the data.
That's
all
right.
we can do.
That's right. I'm human AI. That's all I do. Beetlejuice made $110 million at the box office over the weekend. Now, Kenzie, you're big on Halloween starting like in July. Did you go see it?
I haven't yet. Because I need a babysitter because I'm not going to let my baby ruin it. So I want to go without him. I don't want to be tending to him. I want to just enjoy it, and I want to see it so bad. So bad.
By the way, that's the second best September opening of all time.
Oh, I bet.
Because not many movies open in September.
I just love that Michael Keaton's in it and Tim Burton's there. I Winona Ryder. It's just so exciting that it's not a remake. It truly is a sequel. Because at first I'm like, don't remake this. Please don't do that. And I'm like, oh, it's not. And I can't wait to see it.
By the way, the one that was number one in September was 2017 when It debuted in 2017, the remake of It, the clown movie, for $123 million. They did the first weekend. So they almost got it. So there you go. I definitely want to see it. I definitely want to
I cannot wait.
Yeah. And finally, we got sports coming up here in a minute. We'll recap the Bears game, the awesomeness of it, and play some audio that's going to get your goosebumps higher than they've been in many years. The biggest goosebumps ever.
Okay.
But here's a little bit of sports first. That's really the music. Kendrick Lamar will headline the Super Bowl 59 halftime show in February. Now, he was just there 2 years ago when they had Snoop, Dre, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar. Am I missing one?
I loved that lineup. Mary J. Blige.
She was there too. Yes. That was incredible.
Forgot the woman conveniently. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I love her the best. But yeah, that was incredible. And now he's back again just 2 years later doing it, his show.
I love Kendrick Lamar, but I'm like, he He was just there 2 years ago. I don't know.
I think it's weak too. Me and Case were talking about it before the show a little bit.
Other people involved at a minimum.
See, that's what I like. I like collabs when they did that, but I also would like to hear some guitars. Can we listen to
love a guitar there.
Well, listen, the last lineup, you had Kendrick Lamar, Usher, Rihanna. Then you had what we're just talking about, the Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. That was 2022. The Weeknd was before that. Shakira, J-Lo. No complaints on my part on that one, at least for the Shakira part. Maroon 5, not a rock band. Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga. So you have to go back. And then you go back to 2016 Super Bowl, so 8 years when Coldplay played. But they also brought up
Beyonce and Bruno Mars, I believe.
Correct. And they made it a collab kind of thing. They brought up the University of California Marching Band Youth Orchestra. Coldplay's was unbelievable in 2016. And before that, it was Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Madonna, the Black Eyed Peas, which was the worst one of all time.
Those Black Eyed Peas, I can't do it.
It was terrible.
Do you know that on my do not playlist for my wedding, I just wrote Black Eyed Peas? There's like not a song.
That's it, just everything.
I don't want to hear anything by them.
Yeah. I mean, you go back to 2008. So they're going 15 years, Tom Petty. The greatest halftime show of all time.
Prince.
Yes, which was when the Bears were playing in the Super Bowl last time, 2007. But Prince, he covered the Foo Fighters times like these when it had just come out in that show.
That was just the most iconic.
Or no, I'm sorry. It was The Best of You when Prince did that. It was great.
That was good. It's like he's in the room with us.
But like you go back to...
Thank you, guys. Oh my God, it just took me back.
The best of you. 2001, you had Aerosmith and NSYNC, and Britney Spears came up too, and Mary J. Blige, and Nelly. See, I like that.
That's fun.
I like everybody coming up there.
I think that if it's going to be one, it has to be iconic. Like when Michael Jackson did it, or Prince, or you have to have like an icon status for it to be singular. That's how I feel. It's just me. And when you're newer, like I felt like The Weeknd, I love The Weeknd. I thought he was too new to have his own, just him. I thought some other people should have been in there.
I'm just asking for some guitars. How about Kendrick Lamar bring up Pearl Jam?
That'd be fun.
How about that? And I know
honestly, imagine, because I can't get over it. Hands down, the most impressed I've ever been with the concert was Fall Out Boy at Wrigley, and it's just not even close. Okay?
How about that?
I've talked about it a million times. I can't even imagine how much fire would be at the Super Bowl if they were there. I would love to see. Imagine if it was like Fall Out Boy and Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins. I would love to see like a group performance like that.
And you can still have Kendrick Lamar up there with them.
Hell yeah!
Just do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Me neither. So listen, we're going to get to sports, by the way, with the Bears game yesterday. We'll get that incredible montage for you if you missed it. What a game, what a day. We'll do that after 21 Pilots.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
See, we're just talking about Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl halftime show this year. And now, look at this. So Michael in Chesterton checked in perfectly and saying, why not 21 Pilots for the halftime show?
He's so good.
Come on. That's perfect. Good job, Michael.
They're so spooky.
Yeah.
I love it.
Michael in Chesterton, I assume all the people of Chesterton want 21 Pilots for the halftime show. We'll start some petitions. Let's do that. We don't know if they were asked. They might have been asked and they said no.
A lot of people say no, a lot. So some of these may have been requested already.
Case, if I remember right, was it the Chili Peppers when they jumped into Super Bowl halftime and they almost didn't do it because they told them they couldn't play live?
That's right. And I guess this is an unpopular opinion. I know we want to get to the Bears thing in just a second.
Yes.
But I'm not saying I don't have fun watching it. I'm not saying it isn't fun to riff on it and give everybody's thoughts on it. But I think the Super Bowl halftime show is kind of lame. And the reason that I don't want guitar bands, our culture in it, is that I don't want them looking lame. I love the Chili Peppers. It wasn't cool when they lip synced. You've been talking all morning, oh man, Pearl Jam should really do it. Well, I don't really want to see Pearl Jam not look cool.
There was a time when they could play live. I don't know why they can't do it now.
Because this is the world we live in.
Well, that sucks.
And unfortunately, a lot of the musicians that now play the Super Bowl halftime show can't play live, period, and say they don't want to risk a rock band doing it. I think the NFL is doing us a favor by keeping our bands out of this just mainstream nonsense that I don't want any part of.
Okay, Case, trust me, they're not going to ask Drug Church or Fleshwater, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, they should.
I don't think that's next on their list.
I heard Turnstile turn it down. That's how they landed on Kendrick this year.
I wouldn't stress about it.
Well, Turnstile filled up Lollapalooza, but Drug Church would be funny. Not ripping on them because I love Drug Church.
And they're playing Riot Fest this year.
Correct. And they're also, are they doing an after show?
They're opening for Sum 41.
Wow.
I know.
That's a
same
show.
reaction. Yes, I love both bands. I am curious to know what the Sum 41 fan base will think of Drug Church.
They rock.
They do.
But
our bands are sacred and they're cool, and I don't want them sponsored by Apple Music at the damn Super Bowl halftime show.
Case, you are the problem. Because alternative music is incredible, and you're part of the select few that decide it shouldn't be available to everybody. It shouldn't be out there for people. The too cool crew where no one's allowed to enjoy it. If you haven't seen it in a basement before, that's not fair.
But
people should be able to enjoy it. It should get out there. It should get the respect that it deserves. And you want to keep it in a box. You want to dull its shine. You want to put baby in a corner.
That's exactly right. Everything. Thank you, Kenzie. Great job. Yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Okay, before we recap the Bears, I promised you we'd play some audio for you that's going to make the hairs on your arms stand up. And congrats to Northern Illinois, the Huskies, those people that went to Northern Illinois, even if you didn't. They upset Notre Dame, which I know a lot of our Notre Dame listeners are really bummed out today, losing to Northern Illinois. It was their first non-conference victory against a ranked opponent since 2003. And also their greatest upset of all time. The coach, though, I don't care if you're a Notre Dame fan. When you hear this, you're going to get goosebumps. As the coach of the Huskies of Northern Illinois, Thomas Hammock, he's a big dog. Picture a big, tough-looking guy. And after the game, this is what he did.
This is NIU's first win against a top 10 opponent ever. And for people who need context, you wore this jersey. It's deep for you. Why?
You know, I'm so proud of our kids, the coaches, just everybody. They believed. They believed. And we came here and got it done.
I want to hug the stuffing out of that guy. I love him. Oh, my God. Just pouring it out there, letting you know it's okay to be a big dog and a crier. It's okay.
That goes for you, too, Brian. You can let it out.
Let me try.
You've been crying about the damn halftime show all day.
Nobody wants to roll the boat. I would love to see him cry more because I hear him whine all the time.
Let me try right now. I can't.
Are you crying or doing something else?
I'm trying to cry.
It's like you ate something hot.
I'll try to cry later.
It's like honestly, I never thought that I would grow up and my co-host would be Squidward. That's what it's like working with you. Wah, wah.
Finally, your Chicago Bears. How about it? A historic, chaotic win over the Titans. I can go through the details. A couple stats you need to know. In the Super Bowl era, there have been 1,228 teams in the last 55 years that have trailed by 17 points or more and failed to score an offensive touchdown. Those teams combined to compile a record of 3 and 1,225, and the Bears are now one of those teams who have done it. And here's how it went down. Thank you, defense. Thank you, special teams.
Stonehouse with pressure, a block. It's scooped up by the Bears. Back the other way. Jonathan Owens, touchdown Chicago. Here it comes. Great blitz pick. Oh, Spears, but that gets knocked away from Levis by Darrell Taylor. Loose ball, and out of the pack, it looked like Edwards recovered it. It is Chicago ball inside the Tennessee 35.
In the face!
On third down and 6. Here they come. Gordon's coming. Levis gets wrapped up. Flakes it ahead. It's picked off. Tyreek Stevenson will give the Bears the lead on another defensive play. They need to get to midfield. Levis off the back foot. Floats it up for Boyd. It is picked off. Jalen Johnson seals the deal. And the defense wins the day for Chicago.
The Bears.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.